That's where
How
we
long
should
do
start.
you wait? How long do you wait after you've struck someone in the crotch with a Pepsi bottle to open it?
You're gonna let it sit for a few minutes so it doesn't fizzle over.
Well, does flicking the top work or what?
I think once they stop crying, then it's acceptable.
You just go, hey, can you dry it up, buddy? I'm getting thirsty.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, buddy. Good luck finding that on the internet, John.
What is the
Not gonna be
term?
this show.
The old Pepsi punch crotch.
What is the term? What is the term for a car with one headlight, you guys?
Crotch,
That's what
In,
crotch
this,
punch,
in
sorry,
the
not
chat,
punch crotch.
you
Also, you can answer, what do you
excuse
do
your
when you
chat
see a
people.
Volkswagen on a road trip? What do you call that? Because
Right.
there should be slightly different answers for that one. But
And what's the
I'll
term?
answer
Volkswagen
for the
bug,
first.
not like a.
What's the
Passat.
term for hitting a classmate in the crotch with a Pepsi bottle?
Specifically, a kid in the same youth group who tried to put
I-
his arm around you in the backseat of the
Yeah.
church van.
I call
What
it
do
a
you call it?
Fazoli.
When you
Fazoli.
take
called?
that kid completely by surprise by
You can't- are
hitting
you
him as
getting
hard
that?
as you can.
You've heard
I
of
don't
the
know if
ice
my mic's working.
plunge. This is a little different.
Fazoli. I'm putting it in the chat.
Pepsi crotch punch.
Yeah.
It
Well,
might not have been a Pepsi, though. To be fair, I can't exactly
Crotch
remember.
punch.
It could have been Dr. Pepper. I liked those.
That works too. I think Pepsi.
correction. I would never hit him in the crotch with a Pepsi.
I definitely held the top
I
part, like
never
my
drink
cap
Pepsi.
part,
However,
like a club. I held the top where the cap is, and I used the bottom part with all the liquid in it as the main driving force.
it's like that game at
It's
the
only-
amusement with the sledgehammer.
I guess my mic isn't working. I had to say it 12 times and then type in the chat.
Fizzle.
No, it's funny that we are. It's funny that we're having to converse with Juwan via chat.
I
It's more
heard him
efficient
say
than
it, but
talking.
I was
My
not.
internet's
I
not
wasn't
so
picturing
hot.
the proper spelling. I
Audience.
appreciate that it
Juana's
has an
coming to
I.
us live from 1997.
See, they got
All right.
Prediddle and Slugbug. They know. They know, Peach. It's
That is
just,
the correct answer.
but see, they didn't call it punch buggy.
Right.
Nobody called it a punch buggy yet. Brian. Brian. Brian.
Are you saying that's a generational thing?
Brian, why are you calling it a punch buggy when it is clearly a slug bug?
All right. I'm going to start the theme song. Here I go.
No.
Sign up if you dare, starring comics everywhere. Coming out of quarantine, so catch the vibe and dig the scene. Take a seat, gonna grab a snack, gonna kill the room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack, come and take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio, everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo, hit spotlight, here we go. Are you ready for the show? 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 Making it live, so be our guest. Everybody gonna be so blessed. Hoping you cats gonna be impressed. Ain't no time to be depressed. Are you ready for the best?
Welcome, Skews. Gosh, we're happy you guys are here.
Listen to that part all the whole time.
Brian is here. The Peaches is here, producing for us, and Juwan is kind of here, but
Florida.
he's in Florida, and so
What? No, I'm in
fair.
the Washington D.C. area. We're at a retreat. We were leading worship for a retreat.
Same thing.
You look like
That's
Yeah,
you
Florida,
look like you're
Virginia.
barring the door as like trying to come through the door.
This is
and
the bed behind me. I have to sit
Yeah,
on the
you
floor.
use the bed to like block the
It's a
door
small
so no
room.
one can come in and slug you with a
That's a good idea.
Pepsi
No one's
that
coming in this
slaps.
room.
a good
Fizzoli.
idea.
We've got Pop Rock, which made me laugh while the credits were rolling. I feel like it needs to have a spiritual component because, guys, it was a missions trip. We were going to Mexico to build a house. We were not there for him to put his arm around me in the back seat. So keep that in mind when you're coming up with your naming ideas.
The Jesus Juke Rebuke.
Yep.
I didn't know. Oh, I didn't understand what it was. Okay. Pop Rock. Now I get it.
We were on our way to Mexico to build a house for very needy people, and somebody was getting fresh, and so I, wham.
How fast was it going on there? Was it like, did he go real fast, or was he kind of going?
No, yeah, it was like one of those stretches. Well, here's the thing. We drove to Mexico from Indiana, so it was like 15 hours in the car.
Oh my
we did like
gosh!
8 and then 8, I
murdered
think.
everyone in that bus.
We stayed in a church like somewhere halfway and then continued the drive the next day. And so this had been like ongoing where, you know, there had been some warnings. It's like, no, but seriously though, like give me some space, as much space as you can give me in a, you know, 4-seater back of the van. Like we're all crushed in there.
Jeez.
And so then I finally just had enough and I gave him the old insert blank. I don't know what to call it.
My last entry was Jesus.
The soda poppin' daddies.
Jesus Juice Rebuke, which came in 4 times. Everything that you're posting comes in twice.
All right, well, I said Jesus Juke Rebuke. I think that was
Jesus Juice Rebuke.
The liquid element, yeah. That sounds like you hit him with wine.
Uh-oh. So,
The old
My channel stalled. I'm not surprised.
the old
How
holy moly
does
water.
one do that?
holy moly water.
That's what it is.
Oh gosh.
That was not what we were.
The kids, something about is a carbonated, because we were in the car, but I don't know how to incorporate the fact that
Carbonated. Nice.
we're glorifying. I was glorifying God. That's what I was doing. So
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, probably helped a few other ladies along the way, too.
possibly Dr. Pepper.
Oh, yeah,
I
nice.
can't remember. So
We're not sure what the beverage was. If we were, we would be able to ask them for a sponsorship deal. But we unfortunately can't remember.
The old spiritual Sprite. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
right.
If it had been a Sprite, you could call it a Sprite Smite.
We drank a lot of Fanta that weekend because Fanta is bottled in Mexico.
What did you call it?
Also, Fanta.
Fanta.
Fanta, Fanta, don't you want Fanta?
Actually, there's an
Fanta.
enye over the end, so you say Fanta.
No,
Fanta.
there is not
Mañana.
one. I'm looking this up.
It's like
Pañata.
mañana. Pañata.
This is fake news.
Fanta.
I just like putting a bunch of Fanta in a pinata, and then
You-
hit it. Not in the bottles, just
Pañata,
liquid.
peñata.
Yeah, the Fanta pinata, and it's just
Yeah,
I don't
most
see
people say
a tilde.
Fanta.
drink that comes out. There's no bottles or cans. It's just liquid inside the pinata.
Okay.
Fanta.
Peñata, peñata.
Okay. Have I been living in an alternate reality?
That's the
Double
sports.
check.
That's the sports term, and that's
Yeah,
It works.
that's
It's
something
the drink.
random
Not
that guys
football.
do to each other in the hallway between
Right.
classes.
But it's
Right.
never
Like, hey,
been
what's up,
achieved
bud?
with something you drink before. Like that makes sense on 2 levels.
Nobody else in the United States though calls it Fanta.
That was the way they pronounced it on the commercials.
But
It
it's
rhymes
Fanta.
with wanta. Don't you wanta Fanta? Don't you
Right.
wanta?
yeah.
Oh.
I'm with the Fanta.
Are you gonna
It's
keep
always been called
pronouncing
Fanta.
Fanta Claus every
We were
December.
in Mexico. In Mexico,
Spanish
you pronounce
accent.
the A as an ah every time.
and we've
Right.
created there's a controversy now. The comment
Exists.
section's
No,
going on.
everybody's all agreeing with the hick hillbilly American pronunciation, which I
Because
would
that's
not
what it is.
not
That is
expect anything else.
Every Christmas Eve,
Why
he
not?
leaves for Santa Claus.
Santa
You mean
Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa.
Santa Claus. because we pronounce
Santa
everything
Claus.
in the native accents.
Oh wait, here.
Santa
I haven't
Claus.
even listened to this yet, but Google will come to our rescue.
Yeah, of course it will.
Fanta.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Fanta.
That's a robot. And what do we do with robots on this show?
I
hate
like
them.
this question.
We
Is
laugh.
it pronounced Fanta or Fanta?
Nice. So let's go down the whole Mexican restaurant menu, and you can tell us what each dish, how to pronounce. So taco,
Right. Taco,
quesadilla, quesadilla.
burrito.
Ah, there you go. When I was a
Burrito.
kid, this is Reddit. When I was a kid, I remember the Fanta commercials having a
Reddit.
jingle that went, "Wanna Fanta, don't you wanna?"
Yes,
By the
'cause they're
Fontanans.
Spanish-speaking people speaking in English.
Right.
And it's bottled where? In
Right.
Mexico.
Right. And do you pronounce every Mexican product by its Spanish
I'm trying to think of one that I
pronunciation?
don't. Do you call it salsa?
Steal the sauce. I don't even think they have salsa in actual Mexico. I think
You
that's
didn't answer
something
my
we made
question, Juwan. Is it salsa?
up. You haven't even heard me say it. Salsa is what I'd say.
That's ah. A says
Because
ah. Salsa.
Because that's an English rule. SAL. That's
right. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you say quesadilla?
You say burrito. Do you roll your R's for the when you
I
order
do
burrito?
as often as I can get my tongue to cooperate.
Hello, employee of Taco Bell. Please, may I have a bean burrito? Burrito frijoles, por favor.
You've never tried to eat Mexican food with his brother.
Oh, I can imagine now.
He will try to order
Having
in
met-
not just English, but like with a Spanish pronunciation, but in full-blown Spanish.
And they're like, sir, this is Taco Bell. You can drop the act.
And technically, Fanta, I believe, is owned by I don't think it's owned by a Mexican company. I think it's owned by another European company. But they do pronounce, yes, German, American-owned German brand. And I believe you say ah in German. How do you pronounce A in German? Well, I should ask JT.
Funta. Funta, you should be saying. When you order your orange drink, you ask Funta for the Funta.
It's not ooh. They say A has an ooh sound.
Funta.
I'm making that
Funta.
Funta.
You're just
orange
taking advantage of my
You want
ignorance
grape
now.
Funta?
Look
Yeah, I'll
at
have
what
to-
we have here, a Funta.
They
Vana, don't you Fanta?
don't you
Don't
want
you
that?
want-
You want a Funta?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the Funta.
Who wants a Funta?
This has not gone the
Yeah,
way it's supposed to.
I want the Funta. Don't you want the Funta? Yeah.
We all have
Ah.
grape Funta.
Letters in the alphabet in German.
Funta.
A, B, ah. A is ah.
Funta.
No, it
Yes, you
doesn't.
say, yes, that brings up a great point. How do you pronounce the country you were in?
Which
That's
one?
that's
Yeah, Mexico.
What's the one that I was?
conversation I want to have is
Yeah,
that
you were in Mexico,
when does
right?
it?
Oh,
Or were you-
Oh, when
Mexico.
you're in Mexico.
Mexico.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but there's no jingle
Uh-oh.
about how we're gonna go to Mexico.
Oh,
You go to Japan or Nippon?
Don't you wanna Mexico? Otherwise, I would.
Isn't there a Jimmy Buffett song or Oh Mexico? What's you know what I'm talking about?
You know the game.
You know
I
that
know
old
Jimmy Buffett.
you know that old Jimmy Buffett jingle.
That old Jimmy Buffett song.
I know.
I know a
Mexico.
few of them.
You guys know- somebody
Whichever
knows
ones were
about old
featured in the
Mexico.
Mexico or in the musical.
I'm sure he had one about Mexico because that involves
it the part
some of his
about-
favorite drinks.
I don't know. I don't
James
know.
Taylor.
No.
It's James
That's a-
Taylor.
Oh,
The volcano.
James Taylor. That's what threw us off.
Well, he says about don't want to go to
No, but-
and I think Mexico's in there.
No,
It is.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Galen
it
got
is.
Everybody's.
What?
we haven't even done the opening
Oh, this is the opening. This is the.
Oh, this is yeah,
of our
In
show.
the musical version, he does talk about Mexico.
hmm
but not
He
Mexico.
does.
Okay.
Y'all, we have a big show tonight, like it matters anymore. Typical.
How
typical.
short is it? How short is it?
Well, typical show looks like this woolly mastodon. Tonight's show looks like this.
Wait, come here.
Volkswagen, I am full of Pfaffiken. I'm overflowing with Pfaffiken.
Did you just punch your husband?
He brought me dinner at the wrong time.
That is extra points right there.
Now, did you have to call?
No punchbacks.
Did you have to call the color as well?
No, I just punched him and called no punchbacks.
You have to go like punch buggy blue. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Is that before you punch? You have to say it. You announce it.
You have to you have to be like, oh, punch buggy blue or slug bug red, whatever that is.
You guys are aware that as kids we could have just hit people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's really what it was all about.
We didn't.
We also
It's a game.
We also need to give a shout out to the Cliquers this week.
Oh, wait, I'm cutting my pork chop.
Punch pork.
Mm-hmm. So listen
Talk
to
amongst
this.
yourselves.
Listen to this delightful song by John Thomas Oakes while we prepare ourselves to pay homage to the Cliquers. Go ahead and turn it up.
Oh, fine. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Cliquers will make us cheer.
Shout it out, everybody.
Cliquers have got mad skills.
Are you? Would they sing this song?
Cliquers are all the rage. Cliquers are live backstage. Cliquers are fresh and clean. Cliquers are lean and mean.
Way to beat.
Cliquers are all the same.
All right. This week in no particular order, while we love our Cliquers all equally, we're giving a shout out to Bradley. That's pronounced Cobb.
Bradley.
And then Christopher Miller. Or Miller, if you're
I
in
already
Mexico.
know how we're going to read the credits.
That would be, you pronounce two L's like a Y, like a Y.
Yeah.
Miller.
Miller.
Christopher Miller. All right. If you would like to become a Cliquer, that makes perfect sense to me. I can see why. You can just go to johnbranding.com. You can sign up. 2 different levels of support. We sincerely appreciate all of our Cliquers making this show possible. And then you can join us at the Effort Party, where tonight we're going to talk about Juan DeVivo's big idea for a script.
Pitch you a show. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe. We'll see.
Mm.
I'm so
right.
excited that y'all will turn it down. It's so fantastic.
I don't know if we have any hats tonight, Brian. I know there's a hat coming.
No hats tonight.
No hats this week, but I know there's a hat on the way.
Oh, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to we do have some hats coming in. So
Do you have just a regular ball cap? Did you already wear one of those?
I did.
Did you wear it backwards?
I did a little bit, yes. So
This is important for science because
I did that.
did we talk about
data
this
is
already? Something about a backwards hat just elevates the look for most women for an inexplicable reason. There's actually like a Reddit thread, probably other places too, where like women will submit pictures of their husbands or their boyfriends, and it's like forward hat, and most of the time they're like average dudes. They're like, just normal guys with like sort of a paunch and whatever, and then they're like have backwards hat and they're like out mowing the lawn or something, and everybody's
Six-pack
like,
abs
oh
and-
my gosh, like they're not edited photos. They're sincerely like the same guy wearing the same hat just backwards, and it's like
He's a
everybody's
whole
really impressed.
bad boy
Squidward.
Yes.
in the band, in the boy band, the
Yes,
back
I
hats.
asked my sisters and my sisters-in-law, I was like, am I the only one to notice this? Because when I found the thread, I was laughing out loud. I was like, I've had the same reaction before. Like, Luke will turn his hat around, and it's like as he's turning it, it's like turning the stove up, It's like as it gets hotter as it turns
He just
around.
gets hotter and hotter as he turns his hat around.
And I'm like, what did
Oh,
you just
Brian's got
do?
it.
And so I asked my sisters if they have the same reaction, and Tabby said no. She said she'd rather see Joe in a beanie. Seriously, she said
Of
that.
course you would.
I hope she's watching so
How-
she can feel shame.
How thick is he still growing a beard?
Who,
She
Joe
said,
or Luke?
Is Joe growing a beard? I thought he had some
No,
scruff
he's
that was
clean
vacay.
shaven.
Okay.
Joe's always been clean shaven.
I
Brian's
feel
gonna
like
try
beanies
it.
go with beards. I feel like beanies and beards are like,
There you go.
Right.
It's
Oh, yeah.
science. Can confirm. Prefer my husband in a backwards cap. It's like it
Isn't that
takes you back to
interesting?
it. Like makes you 17 years old again. It's like
Yeah.
Look at
what is
Brian.
happening?
Swag.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not a
That's
fully.
swag.
It's not a fitted cap, so that may not have the same effect.
It takes like it seriously
Those
takes like
snapbacks are
15
okay.
years off of you.
Yeah, Brian looks 12 years old now.
I do.
Beanies are great too. I didn't say they look bad. I just thought it was funny that when I was like, "Hey, what about the backwards hat?" She's like, "Beanie."
Now I look much younger.
Yeah.
You
But,
you
but
really
who
do.
wears a beanie?
But when I
Who
take it
wears
off,
beanies?
Like not the ones with the little little spinners
man.
on,
Color.
Get the little
No.
bangle thing on the side.
like the sock hat kind of thing that you wear in the winter, like that kind of
Toboggan,
beanie.
as they say in Canada. A toque.
Oh, there you go.
Ah.
I am telling you, I have yet to run the
And then you
experiment
take it
without
off.
results.
Although you do, it
Don't
doesn't
get
need
it.
to be a. It doesn't
You're
need to
not
be
a woman.
Baseball cat. If it's like one of those
Yes.
fishing hats where the bill is like, 3
Yes.
feet out in front of you, and you try to turn that around, that's not going to work for you.
A very necessary caveat, Juan.
Or
Thank you.
one of those casino dealer visor thingies. You spin that around. That's not really gonna.
A
Nope.
little known fact about hats in the state of Maine: the lower you wear the hat, or the higher the hat goes, the farther north you have to go.
Oh.
That you're from,
When
or
here, yeah, it's like Portland, and
Like,
then
so
the higher
like
it goes up, it's like Canada.
so. If you're walking around and you're adjusting, you're gonna hear somebody go, "You can't wear your bill that far down here.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Can't
Can't
wear
do
that
that
down
around
here.
here." Can't do that
So
here.
up in Canada, it's just perched precariously on the top of their heads.
Yep.
You better
it's
take
pointing
that
at the
kind of
ceiling.
hat wearing up to Petridge Farm.
Why do you think they? Very nice, Joanne. Why do you think they have toques?
Oh, because it went all the way
Oh,
back.
Suzanne. Are you just assuming or have you actually seen it?
We need to see a
Well, you
picture
should
of your
try it.
husband with his hat on backwards, and
need to
then
do this for
we'll
science.
judge.
Yeah, it's for science.
There's a
Real
picture of
dudes,
Luke
right?
from a few summers ago where he was on a jet ski with our baby, one of our, not like tiny babies, but one
Yeah,
of
on
our
a jet
young
ski, you gotta-
toddlers. So he had the kid in between, he had his arms out, so he had an arm. Arms are great. And then backwards hat. And I'm like,
Jeez.
ooh.
I don't think you'll find any arguments about arms being good.
It's so weird listening to her talk like this. I never.
No one's gonna argue with you about. You can't
No,
wear a cowboy
not
hat.
cowboy
backwards.
hats.
Weird.
Got my head sideways.
They don't fit backwards either. They're weird.
One
I've tried
fedora.
it.
Can you wear a
one
cowboy
baseball
hat
cap.
backwards?
I mean, you can get it on, but it feels weird. You ever wear your underwear backwards? It's like that. We've all done this. We've all stepped into our underwear and went, "What?
Went,
Okay,
it's like
wait."
wearing a. It's like wearing a cowboy hat down there.
What's this? Is Luke just kidding, or as far as hitting you? Getting hit?
What? No. Yeah.
Getting her that happened.
I don't think I've ever hit him in the crotch with a soda.
How many?
I can't remember.
How many cans of Coke did you have then?
Oh,
She had Coke nunchucks in high school, I guess.
She didn't
Two
date
cans
much in
on a-
high school.
2 cans on a string. And you,
Wham, wham, wham.
God, everybody run for it! The whole football teams.
Man, he's got a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper. Head for the hills.
They're 2-liter bottles. Run.
right. Cans do not work. Bottle. Club.
2-liter bottle, and they're glass.
Come on, you guys. They weren't cans.
Now that's a
What?
generational thing. I don't remember when they stopped doing glass bottles for.
What are we
soda.
supposed to be doing today? I can't even
Oh, wait.
remember. All I'm thinking about is jet skis and cut off
Several
sleeves.
things. We have
we distracted.
we have a couple of movie scenes.
I'll point out
I
that Mandy's
think.
pregnant at the moment, so just
Let's consider that might be
Oh.
contributing.
Okay.
Yes. At the moment and for the foreseeable future, Mandy is in fact pregnant.
I have not yet hit the perpetually nauseous stage, so I'm just that's all.
Gotcha.
hmm So I have a brief movie scene that I will
Yeah,
act
mine's
out.
brief too.
Do you have a brief one? Did you get one, Peach?
Not a movie scene, but I can do something, but I'll have to use my phone, so I'll have to log off of here. And then you'll have to bring me up on the stage. But we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I guess I can go first then. And this game is me acting out a scene from a famous movie, and you guys have to identify the movie. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. I actually only had one prop I was supposed to bring up here, and I didn't bring it up. So you're going to have to imagine. that
I can be ready
It's
in a
one.
couple of seconds if you
One
want
prop.
to. Well, you have to.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, it's okay. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
But we're not wearing sunglasses because we forgot them
What's your
downstairs.
prop sunglasses? I was gonna ask.
That was it.
Guarantee it was.
no, it was a parade of police cars behind it. That's what it was.
That is your movie scene.
That's my movie scene. And then I was going to have a little car crash off of a bridge.
Oh,
Congratulations, Gaffneys.
oh yeah.
When are you due? I'm due in July, so maybe we can just power through this together.
The
would
Gaffney
be
family is pretty. Luke is congratulating you too. Oh, they're congratulating all of the.
That would be a fun starving comic show. Mandy in the hospital would do like a live feed.
Ooh.
While she's
I was doing actual emails and calls for event coordinating when Silas was born. Not like as he was being born, but like a few hours later. I was.
do this.
In between pushes, she was.
Breathe.
I mean, I had an epidural. It wouldn't have been that hard. Everything was pretty boring when you get one of those. You're just
Once you have an epidural, yeah.
Oh wait, we got guesses
nothing.
rolling in. All right, does everybody?
Everybody's right.
Does everybody have it?
Now, was
Get
part
your
of the
long
Blues
guesses
Brothers
locked in, everybody.
shot in Kokomo, Indiana?
No,
Oh.
No.
no. The
Little known
the ref-
fact.
Okay, well, our
Why?
youth minister
Brought it
lied
up.
to me when I was a kid.
What were you going to
That's
say,
a common
Brian?
occurrence.
I said, little known fact: the Blues Brothers was not shot in Kokomo, Indiana.
Right. But there is a reference to Kokomo, Indiana, in the Blues Brothers.
Oh, that's
Right?
maybe what I was thinking of.
Right.
Next week,
They-
Brian's not movie facts.
Little known, not facts.
Little known facts:
There,
Some stuff that
when
would
they
work.
go,
Jaws did not take place in outer space.
Jake gets them a gig. You know, the band gets back together and they need a gig, and so Jake sets them up at Bob's Country Bunker in Kokomo, Indiana. And there is no
Okay.
Bob's Country Bunker in Kokomo, Indiana, but there.
Okay, but he
Oh.
didn't lie to me. I just misunderstood.
Is that
Right.
the country and western place?
We
They
like
play
both kinds, right?
They play
Country and Western, right?
They play Rawhide over and over.
Right. They do rawhide over and over, and they're throwing bottles at the chicken wire, and it's just exploding. Yeah.
Have y'all ever
That
had
was-
anybody throw anything at you?
Me?
I've never had anything get thrown. Really? I mean,
had
besides
chocolate.
beach balls.
No,
What?
chocolate.
Like
Like
the
a-
syrup or the candy bar?
Candy bar. And the little known fun fact, I was at a church when it happened. I was doing my chocolate
Oh.
bit, and then somebody like 2 rows Just threw
Threw chocolate.
Right stage. He threw chocolate at me. As I'm saying how I'm trying to get away from chocolate, and the guy's like, "Here you go, fatty. Here's some more." You know, like,
You're gonna clap like a seal, or you go running away in terror.
I was like,
Wow.
"Right, I've never had stuff thrown at me, especially at a church." But yeah,
No, I've never had anybody throw chocolate or anything at me.
You
Beer.
had somebody throw crushed up paper, or was it aluminum foil balls?
Aluminum foil. Yes, that's true.
There.
That was at a youth lock-in. They decided that it would be a good idea to give junior high kids rolls and rolls of tinfoil to dress each other up as animals.
Mm-hmm.
And so immediately after that game was over, I went up to speak and was pelted with innumerable balls of tinfoil.
There you go.
there was actually
So-
a comedy club that was their gimmick, was you could throw things at the comic when you didn't like them. They would hand out like Nerf balls or some sort of ball like that, and as soon as you didn't like them, you could just pelt them from while they were on stage.
What a horrible idea.
What? No, what could go wrong?
What a
I'm sure
horrible.
people are rational with
Who
I'm
would
sure
just-
they would do anything.
Even if you liked somebody, who would withhold throwing
Right.
it at the comic and such fun?
Right. That's why it's a bad idea.
Well, how'd you handle the tinfoil?
Not well.
situation?
I didn't handle it well.
I would be like, "Hey,
Oh.
everybody, try to hit me."
Yeah,
Just for like
exactly.
5 minutes, just throw it at me.
Get it all out.
the time.
I was a much younger, greener comic back then, and so I did not adjust like I would today. So I was-
Brian, did you eat
had a temper tantrum. So
I got to tell you this. Well, our youth group broke Bone Hampton.
at your church.
Yeah, he went into a half lecture and then back into his act. I was like, I felt bad because I was like, man, these kids are unruly. And we were trying to, I think we got it locked down. We were like, hey, come here. We just grabbed the kid because I guess he thought he was part of the act. I guess, I don't know. But then he was just
Right.
like, y'all just calm down. Bone was just like, y'all, I'm kind of doing the show, and you guys listen. Y'all just listen to what I got to say. That kind of
Right.
thing. It wasn't that long, but I was like, oh no, we broke Bone.
Right. Well, that's sort of what I did too. You go into damage control mode, and when you're used to having audiences and you're doing stand up, it really takes you out of your zone to have to do disciplinary actions when with the audience,
Or to dodge projectiles while you're trying to tell a joke.
or to dodge tinfoil balls. Yeah, but
I've run the scenario in my head a few times about what would I do if I was booked to do a youth group, because it's just that I would see that would be worse than a corporate gig. People say corporate gigs are bad, but youth groups.
by far, youth groups are, especially
That's
junior
like-
high youth group.
It's like trying to tell jokes at a dog pound. I think
But
they're all just.
I think as
barking
long
at
as they're
you.
entertained, I think that would be easier to entertain them just with stuff like that. Go ahead, throw stuff at me. You can't do that. You can't go into like Exxon Mobil and be like, oh, throw stuff at me. Come on. As long as it's money, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I've never had any dogs throw tinfoil at me.
Yeah.
So that would be
that's true.
The only stuff we've had thrown at us is like at a festival, people are doing the beach ball thing and they're heading up in the air, and that's light. There's no danger there with the beach ball.
no.
Even if it hits you,
Very
you're like,
little.
hey, cut that out, guys. All right, I can do my movie, but I need a second.
Okay, give him a
Just
second. We
realized
take him out of the
Wait.
stream.
Give me the old thumbs up.
Here we go. So he's getting ready.
He's
And then-
so ready.
Rod Stewart used to kick soccer balls into the crowd when he was on stage performing. So it's kind of the opposite.
One of the things that some of the artists are doing now is heaving microphones at people who are heckling them. Have you read those stories?
Not.
Yeah, they would like get mad and throw a microphone. And
I'm
clonk.
gonna have to look for that.
Yeah,
'Cause that's-
clonk somebody in the head. Well,
I mean-
audiences are more and more hostile now, ever more hostile.
Well, I think we've shown the video where the guy gets hit. The comedian hits the guy with a guitar on here. I think we did that, or it was on the Afford party. So
I think
Oh,
Joanne-
he's not ready yet. He's gonna
I
get
can
it
already guess what this
perfect.
is.
Okay,
I can already.
No, he's ready. Here we
he's
go.
ready.
Okay.
I should probably make him kind of big.
Make him big.
Hang on.
Oh,
Let's do
we're
this.
gonna do.
Whoops. Okay, let's do this.
Do you know how to do it? There we go.
Ah.
Oh no.
Ow. Hum.
I got it.
Was that it?
And
I pushed the button to make it go back to the screen. There.
So-
should I just stay like this? Is this better?
Did you?
I want to
Trick
show
Man.
everybody how I got ready. Hold on.
Juwan Witch Project.
See, that's what I thought it was going to be too. I thought it was going to be Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if he had a flashlight on him in the bike.
Well, I was figuring that was the finger.
The
Yeah.
second one was the finger, yeah. Oh, okay. But yeah.
So, have you even seen that movie, Amanda?
More than once.
Okay.
Really? Were you young?
I was young the first time I saw it. I've seen it as an adult too.
Did it scare you the first time? I saw it in the theater.
No,
It
and I'll tell you
freaked me
why.
out.
It did not scare me because when I was even younger than the first time I saw E.T., I used to go to my Aunt Bonnie's house. She was just 10 years older than me, kind of like a cousin. And she used to watch, she used to let us watch Indiana Jones.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What's the
Yeah.
one, the temple? Is it the temple
Temple of
one?
Doom?
The,
Oh,
Temple of
I
Doom.
say, okay, so the kids watched.
Yeah.
That happened to the kids too. We did it recently, so they were like teenagers. They're still teenagers, but we watched Raiders first, and you got people melting and their heads blowing up.
Right.
Nothing. But that minute you get to the scene in Temple of Doom where the guy's heart's getting tore out, Rory's going, "What?" And I'm like,
Right.
it's not even really gory. He's just like putting his hand in his chest. Like the other
Yeah.
guy's melted, Rory. This guy's still alive.
And then there was the guy who got his the propellers in the old face there too in Raiders.
Oh yeah, Iron Cheek.
Mhm. It is not a show for children.
I used to watch Wizard of Oz all the time. Flying monkeys didn't bother me, but
Oh,
I will
yeah.
tell you, I do vaguely, no, not vaguely. I distinctly remember bursting into tears when Kirby from The Brave Little Toaster launched himself off the cliff to go and save his friends. Now, he doesn't, spoilers, he doesn't die. He's not even close to death. He's being very heroic. It's supposed to be like moving in a exhilarating
heroic.
kind of way. Yeah, and instead I'm like, why would he do such a thing? Why would he go save his friends? Yeah.
I didn't realize the Brave Little Toaster affected you like that.
Yep. Just
You know-
just that scene.
What's really scary in The Wizard of Oz is the Return to Oz movie when the Wheelers come in.
Oh, most people haven't seen Return to Oz. Has anybody seen Return to Oz?
Same. Yeah, Return to Oz is not. Yeah, that's one for me was when E.T. But then when they see him when he's like all pink and laid out in the river, remember he's sick, and they find him.
You're talking about
I
E.T.
remember. Yeah. So yeah, one was
Yeah.
when he was in the cornfield, and the other was like when there's a few moments in that movie where I'm like, oh, as a kid. But
Oh.
what was the one you just said? I'm trying to remember.
Return
Return to Oz.
Yeah.
That one was that was on a free Disney Channel weekend that I saw it.
Yeah, we
And,
recorded it on VHS off of the television, so it even had some commercial breaks in it, and we'd watch the VHS over and over and over again.
The
Very
Wheelers
weird.
in the Wheelers in that movie are disturbing. Even as an adult watching them, I'm like, this is pretty creepy. These things,
What about wasn't that in the Wiz? Didn't they have motorcycle people? Or am I thinking of something else?
I am a motorcycle person.
Isn't the Wiz? Is that the stage
That's
version?
that's the Diana Ross, Michael Jackson version of The Wizard of
Come on
Oz.
in. He's on down the road.
I don't think I've seen that
Don't
one.
you carry nothing that might be a load?
Oh yeah, it's a good soundtrack. I'm trying to remember though. The henchmen were motorcycle people. I thought. Anyway.
Peach, do your movie scene. Do you need me to take you out?
I
ready
will come back on when
you're
I
ready.
come on my phone. So yes, you'll just have to wait.
Ryan,
Okay, there she
I got
goes.
a question.
I have an
Are
answer.
you? Where does Race to Witch Mountain rank in the Rockiverse?
Well, it's definitely not.
Is
as
it
good
better
as-
than Rampage? No. Game plan is really good. It's a solid film.
Rampage.
Rampage, no. It is definitely better than Rampage. It's better than Doom.
Oh, I didn't even see Doom. Can you
Scorpion-
watch that though? Is it so bad that it's good?
It's pretty bad. Scorpion
Better than
King's pretty good. So, and then I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious movies, so that I don't know any of those. But
Even
yeah,
I've
What about
seen
the Jumanjis? Well, no, the Jumanjis are probably better than
I've never seen Jumanjis either. Actually,
the first one. I didn't see the second one. The first one's actually pretty good, quite entertaining.
I think he's leveled
is.
up in the quality of movie since he's
Oh.
the more he's been doing them. So
Well, the game plan, he still had hair.
that's true. He did have
Was that
hair.
his first? That wasn't his debut, was it?
No, Scorpion, the Mummy,
That's
Returns
right.
was, and then they
Okay.
did the spin-off of the Scorpion King.
That was horrible.
You know what? Every time I've seen The Rock in movies, I always think to myself, this guy probably should have been a pro wrestler.
Probably should have.
What's this
I
guy
can tell you-
doing in movies?
One of the nicest people you will ever meet. Super
Is he?
sweet
Oh, man.
person. Absolutely one of the nicest people you will ever meet. So I get to meet him, and after it was like 12 hours of filming or whatever, he came over, very nice. So my name, shook my hand, look you in the eyes, he talks to you, just treats everybody with class and dignity, or at least he tries to, from what I've seen, and just nothing but nice things to say. I'll always be a fan of his after that.
Dwayne The Rock
know how-
Johnson, everybody.
Well, you know how we do that, how famous people deal with that, is you're nice to people all day, and then you write bad things about them in your journal at night.
There you go.
And that
I
way
like-
you get it out.
There was this guy I met at the movie. What
He
a
had bad,
So
he
this
had
is
bad
asking-
breath.
I wanted to hit him in the crotch with a soda bottle.
All right, I'm ready.
Note to
I'm
self.
ready to bring the Peaches in, but it's asking that she wear headphones.
I don't
So let's.
You don't
let's,
have. Can't you
you want me- you want me-
override?
all right, I'm going to bring her in. Here she comes.
Go to manual
I don't have
override.
headphones. Is it bad?
It's echoing.
Is it echoing?
As long as we don't talk.
Okay. Are ready?
I have no idea what
I needed
that
more-
was.
I needed more soundtrack.
Yeah, is that like
The best
Beat the
guess
Love
I
Bug?
have is-
Like, what is that?
The best guess
It
I have
was-
is Rainbow
what is it-
Road
what
on
is it?
Mario Kart.
Well, it has to be. Yeah, it has to be something with driving
Was
on a rainbow or something. There's some.
Was it the Mario movie? I didn't see that.
Was it the
Magic
end of
School
Grease?
Bus? Did they make a movie of Magic School Bus?
Mhm.
I needed more
Ow!
soundtrack.
Oh,
Come on.
Good one. More.
Nobody's getting it.
Herbie
Thank
comes out of the
you,
closet.
Daphne.
Wait, I said Mario Kart, but
I
didn't think
wasn't
that
in the
was a
stream when you
movie.
guessed it.
Oh.
It's not a movie. I said it wasn't a movie.
Oh, my bad. That's the part I didn't listen to.
You can't reenact video games. That's
Why
not
not?
I gotta say though, you get points because I didn't have props. I usually have props. But,
Yeah.
Emery had a rainbow birthday party today, and I was like, "Well, I forgot we were supposed to do movie reenactments, but I certainly can use these decorations for something."
did they do Rainbow Road in the Mario movie? I'm trying to remember. We saw it.
Yes,
Like, yeah.
They
It would have
did.
been a crime not to have it. Okay.
during DK's when
Oh, yeah.
they're all running to try to, like, they get through the waterfall. They combine a bunch of things. So they combine
Well,
Koopa
yeah.
Troopa Beach, which has the waterfall. They all launch themselves over the waterfall, and then there's a rainbow there too. In fact, they get stopped by Bowser on the Rainbow Road, I believe.
Hey, look,
Okay.
here's a fun fact, you guys. Simon Peter, son of John, was Simon the Rock, John's son.
That's well done.
Thanks for that. That was well done.
Well, I usually can't stand puns, but if you get a couple of layers in there, it's pretty good.
I didn't play Frogger.
Frogger.
Sorry.
Does Frogger even have a theme song? I thought it was just bloop, bloop, bloop.
I could do a lot. I'll tell you what we could do a lot of sing-alongs with, or at least I could whistle the tune, is
With video
Yeah,
games.
whistle
with video
karaoke.
games. Like,
That's Zelda. That's the song of Forest. Is that the Forest song? Forest.
that's...
Did we try to do a ocarina
Which one is
song
that?
guessing or something, or just
We
Andrew
could do
playing?
video game music.
Yeah.
We could just that's Zelda too. There's a bunch of music in Zelda. We could do that some night. We could like try to. You have to whistle or hum video game music, and we have to guess what game it is.
That'd be fun.
Would be fun.
I know it's a Mario Brothers level in my head, but I don't know what level it is, and I'm afraid to sing it because usually what happens is when
Do
I
it.
sing something for melody, do I freeze? Am I
Nope.
back?
No, you're fine. Do it. Sing it.
Oh, do 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 do.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
What
underwater.
level is that? Is
That's
it
underwater. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's not Nintendo 64,
That's
is it?
the original.
water
That's
temple.
not 64. That's the original
Oh, it's
Mario
OG,
underwater.
Yeah.
Well, because
Fizz, baby.
the other one, not 1-2, not level 1-2, because that's dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I. That's underwater too, right?
Yep.
Later on in the game.
Yep. If you're pretty good at it, you can get to the point where the water sounds like that.
Well, Brian would know because he has every video game that's ever been made.
Every video
on
game
the face of the
ever.
earth. Yeah.
Chicka-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Right.
The best opening song to me is still Pac-Man.
Hmm.
The
Don't
doodle
remember
doodle doodle doodle. Oh wait, not that one. It's the cutscene. Sorry, it was the one where it goes.
Yep. Oh, it takes us back.
I had a song stuck in my head from Mario the other day, and then it turned out it was the theme from the castle in Super Mario 64. Whenever it's inside.
Was that the 3D one?
Where he jumps in the pictures.
Yahoo!
Yep. Yep.
That was the cheater Mario. You had like
Here we
5
go.
pieces of pie before he died.
And that's why Andrew used to do this. He was like 4 years old, and every time he'd strike a pose, it'd be this one.
He'd get down and stick his hands up. Like,
Here we go.
Because he would do the... I think he's supposed to be saying "Here we go," but I always heard like "Big Pickle."
What?
He doesn't say big pickle, and I'm like, I know he doesn't say big pickle, but it kind of sounds like it. Like, ooh, big
The
pickle.
best music from Mario was Dr. Mario. That song was
Oh yeah,
absolutely the
I
bomb.
remember that one.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I played
It
that
was
till
like
my eyes.
Tetris.
I still have a Game Boy somewhere. I forgot where it was. We fixed it up and gave it to my daughter.
Well, one thing that we have, what a great gift. One thing that we have to do is for next week, it's our annual food fight and for Thanksgiving.
yes.
And so if you guys have never been a part of our annual food fight, you're going to want to tune in next week because it is a lot of drama, a lot of highs and lows emotionally. There's a lot of very, very high emotions followed by crushing disappointment. And it's the full gamut of human emotion you'll experience next week. Juwan made the suggestion, and I think it's a good one, that rather than having the food fight, bare knuckle like we've always done it in the past, that we give them some sort of weaponry. And so this week I'm actually going to make notes for suggestions for weaponry with the limitation, right, that it's
Street
going to
rules,
be just street rules. It's just what you would use in a gang fight. So no guns. Right.
It'd be cool if I think it would be cool if it was alliterated too. So like pumpkin pie with pipes, or
Okay.
I'm sure it has limitations, but I haven't found
Pumpkin
one
pie
yet.
with a pipe, but what would you do for potatoes?
Oh, but we got potatoes too.
Oh, if you want to, I do have a movie scene, by the way.
Oh,
George.
Brian
Oh
has
my
a movie scene.
We
Oh,
were just
Stop everything.
we
Oh,
skipped
yes.
that part of the script.
It's Epona's
sorry.
song.
Oh,
I
That's what
I got
just
my
want
phone back. What happened to her phone? Sorry.
I just
You
want to
gotta-
preface by saying that normally I do a lot of like goofy things. I want to do something, show my range as an actor,
Oh, yeah.
do something more serious.
oh, nice.
Do you need to come out of the stream?
Yeah, I guess so. It's gonna take a little bit
Okay.
of work.
Take him,
All right.
take him out.
It's gonna take a little bit of work.
I got to get into character. He's
Well,
got to play.
okay.
So the rest, while he's getting ready, you can be thinking about what sort of suggestions you want to make for
Oh,
armaments for the food.
Dicers think we should have it be like still Thanksgiving themed
yeah.
weapons. So like a can of
Oh.
cranberry sauce or a turkey baster.
A can of
Yes.
cranberry sauce as a weapon. Well, except that cranberry sauce, I believe, is one of the combatants.
Oh, okay. Brian's ready.
Oh,
Just
okay.
saw the thumbs
wow.
up. Let me make this full screen. Ready, go.
Choose and perish. What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. So whatever we think about is going to show up and kill us. So if J. Edgar Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover's going to show up and destroy the world. So don't think of anything. It has been chosen. Whoa! I didn't say anything. I didn't think anything. Did you think anything, Egon? Nope. I didn't think anything. I didn't think anything at all.
That was
Oh, I couldn't help it. What did you do, Ray? What did you do? Well, I just tried to think of something so harmless.
Here we go.
That's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Blast it, mother puss puppet. And
Ray,
And
Ray, what did you do? All right,
Brian
I took
gets the
Brian
Oscar
out.
this time.
right.
Everybody's
Sherry
saying-
doesn't know that one.
Everybody's saying Ghostbusters. Is that right?
I think so. I'm not
Hmm.
sure.
You did I'd say Egon, but you never can be too
Ghostbusters
sure.
is only one of my favorite movies of all time.
Is it?
It's definitely in the top 3, I think.
Wow,
done, Brian.
everybody was pretty clear on that. Good job,
What got
everybody.
me was I thought you were getting towards the end, but it was like, what did you do, Ray? I was like, yeah.
What'd you
That
do,
was
Ray?
awesome.
I was not expecting you to actually have a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yep. Well, you can't do the scene otherwise.
Well, I should have known. Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just be silly and amateurish, and that's
Right.
what we're about here.
Wouldn't lend itself to the realism.
We're all about the epitome of
When
entertainment.
Harry met Sally.
Don't encourage him.
Had to use our imagination on the other characters, but
I rescind the alliterative armaments because no one would have a knife. How would you have a knife? There's no knife.
Noodle
Well,
knife.
alliteration works with just the sound, right? It doesn't have to be a K. So, like, yeah, noodle knife.
You have noodles on Thanksgiving.
Yes!
yes,
Chicken
yes,
noodles.
go on.
Chicken
Turkey
noodles.
noodles.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Oh my
Pasta
gosh.
noodles.
I
You
need
could
to
do
show
beef
you guys a
noodles.
Southern Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Maybe you need to just stop being so
I feel like
How about nuggets? Do
racist
you eat
against the
nuggets?
Midwest.
Or instead
Yeah.
of going with a knife, you could just call it like a shank or a shiv.
Right. And then you can have shells and cheese.
Right? Stuffing shank. Stuffing shiv.
I like that the turkey has a samurai sword. I kind of want to see that for sure.
okay.
Slamberry sauce. We do need to do wrestling, like what's the no holds barred cage match? What are they? Is that just what they call it? Taser
Yeah.
tomatoes.
Cage
I like that.
It's called no hold barred cage match.
Extreme
Right.
rules.
Taser tomatoes.
Welcome to the Terradome.
All right. Do you have more slides, or is that it?
That's it. That's the only one I have.
Oh, we're
Oh,
just
okay.
coming up
You can
with-
pull that down now, so that
So
we.
now we just have
Taser
to
tomatoes
discuss it.
is pretty dang good.
Yeah, I've got it. I'm writing down Taser
Shockingly
tomatoes.
good. You see what I did? Yeah.
And then the goal is of course going to be to arm all of the food, and so
What are our foods? You got to
so
give
we
us
got-
the foods again.
We got
I
sweet
didn't make
potato.
a list.
We
I
got,
don't
well,
know.
y'all got yams, right? Is one.
We had yams.
boat,
We have
Turkey, how do you say
stuffing, turkey, cranberry
Ham.
sauce, gravy
Rolls.
boat. I don't think we had ham rolls.
Got pie.
You want to? Is deviled eggs gonna be in a big container this time, or
We did deviled eggs last year, but you remember they
what do we
were
want to do?
They were
They were-
fragile.
they were fragile and they were kind of a
They would break themselves.
right.
Oh yeah. But there's green
And
bean
so-
there's a bunch of casseroles.
There was a green bean casserole.
Uh huh.
Hmm
Do you want to do
So-
like baguettes or something in there? What about bread is rolls, but
Bread
you have more than
is
one type
rolls.
of bread. Or there's bread
Mhm.
pudding. Some people have
Mhm.
critical cranberry
But
sauce.
here's the thing, though, Juwan. with green bean casserole,
Playing the long game.
would you alliterate
Highly
the green,
effective
the
over
bean, or the
time.
casserole? Because you could have like
Let's
gun
see.
green bean casserole, but you could have like
Brass knuckles.
brass knuckles green bean casserole, or you could have cutting casserole. Yeah.
Cut. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we
Clippers.
may be.
Clippers. Toenail
All
clippers.
right, so we'll alliterate something. Some weapons that I wrote down that I wanted to use was a chain.
Chain.
So I don't know if we can
Chicken.
Yeah.
chicken
Well, we don't
chain.
usually do chicken, though. We usually do turkey.
Well, there's a tofurkey, right? Or a turducken.
Yep.
Mhm. And a bat and a whip. But I don't know
Okay.
how we're going to alliterate those.
What about a
Well-
broken glass bottle?
Mm.
So you say bottle.
Yeah.
You could
bottle, bat.
Well,
And
if
a
you did
whip.
like a turkey baster, you could do like a bat baster, which is kind of weird, but it's not a food.
A baster's not a food.
No, it's not.
Whipped
being
whipped
said.
potatoes. Ah, so if you give
Whipped potatoes.
to
We
the
did have mashed
potato-
potatoes.
We could call them whipped potatoes.
Whipped potatoes. Yeah, we could. All right, I'll write that down.
Okay.
You know what?
Whipped
It's time to
potatoes. And then that's all we got. So we got a turkey tomato versus whipped potatoes, and we're going to call it a day.
Wait, a turkey what?
A
What'd you say?
taser tomato.
You said turkey, I thought. Okay.
We don't have a turkey
But
anything yet.
tomatoes are not a Thanksgiving food, as much as taser seems like
What
a
about
good weapon.
taser turkey?
Taser turkey would work. Yeah, do taser
Wow.
turkey.
Turkey's gonna have all the good weapons.
Yep.
We got
It will be no match for my kung fu kernels of corn.
somebody's saying
Elam.
this creamed onions seems to be a
Creamed onions.
dish. Have y'all ever
What?
had that?
No.
There's candied yams.
Oh my gosh, taser tots. That's hysterical.
Yeah.
Taser tots.
That's hysterical.
Yep. There's stuffing. Are we gonna have stuffing?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
can
got
have
stuffing. What do they got for stuffing?
I don't know. We have like stuffing shank. If we go with the shank idea, many
Hmm.
different
Shank.
Sith.
Thanksgiving.
You give him a Sith.
Shanksgiving is the title for sure.
That's right.
We-
Thanksgiving.
We should just give everybody a shank, and we'll just Shanksgiving, and then have them go at it.
Peas,
Stuffing
gravy. Stick, yeah. Well, we got pipe. What's another thing you hit people with? Pipe. We haven't given anybody a chain yet, though.
Right.
Nope. Chain,
Casserole. Very
Right.
cast chain. See, it's
Casserole.
alliteration is another
That's
level
what-
of challenging.
I know, but I rescinded that. I pull it back.
He rescinded it.
Well, you can do the
Reason.
chain chicken, cordon bleu.
Chain chicken.
Cranberry chain, popcorn chain,
Oh. Ooh.
marshmallow mortars. So we can't do. We decided last week that we couldn't give some of them ranged weapons and others
Right.
not, because
Because it would that'd be quick. Too easy.
How about chicken club? I mean,
Apparently, we
Right.
gotta have a chicken in there.
it's already
Yeah.
it's been there for years.
it's all for Thanksgiving.
Chicken just wants to be in this fight, even if we don't think of it as a turkey.
All right.
Well,
it
it's
in.
part of the turducken, so
Yeah,
Chicken
it's part of the turducken. So what would a duck be?
What about a lead pipe? What can we give a lead pipe and a whip? Those are the things that everybody else is going to get a shake.
Did we? I thought pumpkin pie with pipe. Pumpkin
pumpkin
pipe.
pie, yeah,
Pumpkin pipe.
Pumpkin pie pipe.
or
Pumpkin pipe. Pumpkin pipe.
there you go. Yep.
Pumpkin pipe.
then
Yep,
you
I'd
have
say
cool-
that's gotta be
Are we
it.
still doing gravy?
Right, you have Cool Whip.
We can.
Could do
Oh,
gravy.
Cool Whip. Was Cool Whip a thing?
Yeah.
I'm a Cool Whip guy.
We already got whipped for whipped potatoes.
Does anybody
Okay.
have
Yep.
brass knuckles yet?
No. Who are we giving brass knuckles to?
Well, we still haven't taken care of the whip yet. Let's see. I'm looking down a list of just food.
Oh, and me too. We don't have anything for rolls either because we had rolls last time.
What about pickled pig's knuckles?
Pickled pigs, brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
Well, you could do the ham and just call it pig's knuckles. It would just be ham with brass knuckles, but you just call it pig knuckles. Yeah, it's amazing how many things are just in a casserole dish. Like slow cooked green beans and stuffing and
it's
what's this
amazing
other
how
one?
many things don't have knuckles.
Do we have? We don't have any weapon for green beans yet.
No.
Uh,
Well,
what's the
seriously, if we
whipped?
don't what
Did we already do whipped? Or did we go with whipped
whipped
potatoes using
potatoes.
a whip? Okay, with a whip. All right. So and did we have brass knuckles? Did we give those to somebody?
We could still give brass knuckles to anybody we want.
Because you could
Sherry
do
says
bread.
knuckle sandwich.
That's a
It's
leftover.
actually not bad.
Like when you eat turkey sandwich leftovers.
We're gonna do a sandwich and give it brass knuckles and call it a knuckles. That's a good idea, Sherry.
That kind of takes care of the rolls a little bit, but
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like we still need a veggie,
We don't have any veggies.
green
We
beans
could do
or
corn, green beans. We don't have any. I don't
something, or
have
carrots.
anything for. You do carrots. Grenade bean casserole. That's good. That's great, except it's a ranged weapon.
With splash damage.
It's not fair. It's not fair to give any of the food grenades while everybody else has.
Green beans are a weapon.
We could use tonfas too if we need stuff for turkey, or if we don't want to just do taser. Tonfas are a weapon.
Melody says gravy grenades. You're supposed to be on.
But believe me, I would love to give everybody a grenade, but
Tom, that's good. Eskrima sticks.
What is it?
Eskrima is a Filipino stick fighting.
Oh yeah.
wow,
Nice, dude.
wow,
Wow.
Yeah.
ice cream of
right.
sticks.
We are well over, so
Oh,
we're gonna have to probably take this into the effort party. Unfortunately,
All right, we'll go into the after party, and we have to talk about John's script and
my dream. The thing that I'm staking
has a
my future
dream.
on.
Okay, so go ahead and try and close the show, Peach.
Well,
Go ahead, I dare you.
I'm doing it. I'm just putting these up and letting everybody read them. And make sure you read these, everybody.
What
I
about
don't even know what
Something.
we're doing until February.
Here's another thing to read.
What about if we have stuffing a baseball bat? Would that work?
Read that.
Like a bat with nails in it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Or
It's just I like that we were coming up with clever names though.
Mace, see, instead of whipped potatoes, I would do mace potatoes.
Oh. Yeah. With a chain.
Yeah.
All right, try to alliterate these credits by giving people weapons that have to do with their last name.
No.
It's gonna be a trick. Ready, set, go.
Okay.
Like comedy, click.
We're gonna
kill,
arm you
stick.
guys.
Electric. Louise Bare Knuckle Brawl. Brenda.
Oh, gosh.
Ken Corsten Kane.
Suzanne Marsh machine gun.
There you go.
By
Melissa Stelensky
Matthew.
Slav or I don't know what that was.
Matthew Tittering Tops.
Ouch.